Okay guys, in this second tutorial I'm going to continue with the construction of the graph of distance versus time. So once we have all data, we need to tell the program which ones are going to be our y-axis and which one is going to be our x-axis. So you have two options here in this on the right side of the graph. You have a symbol that says filtros de gráficos. You click on it and it will tell you seleccionar datos, and you're going to select what you want to add and what is what kind of data is what you add. So I'm going to agregar all the data. So I'm going to start with trial 1. Values of x will be all of this, and the values of y always will be the same, time. Okay, and I click aceptar. Then I'm going to add trial 2. Values of x will be corresponding to trial 2, and values of y will be corresponding to y, to time, sorry. And finally, trial 3, the values of x will be the ones corresponding to trial 3, and the values of y will be corresponding to the ones of time. Okay, you click aceptar and you click aceptar, and you will have these dots corresponding to each trial. So then you click on any part of the graph, you click on the right button, and you're going to click on cambiar tipo de gráfico de series, and you're going to select dispersion and dispersión con líneas rectas y marcadores, and you will have the 3 lines corresponding to the 3 graphs. Okay, this is one option, but for those that you don't have this option in the graph, you need to go to diseño, and then in diseño seleccionar datos, and here you will have the same function that I explained using this function of the filter. Okay, so once we have the graph of distance versus time, we need to do the analysis. So for doing the analysis, we need to know which one is trial 1, which one is trial 2, and which one is trial 3. But before that, we need to add títulos de los ejes, and also we're going to add leyenda. Okay, in this leyenda, and also I'm going to add título de gráfico, but I'm going to eliminate this. Sorry, I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put this like this. Okay, like this. Okay, and smaller, and I will move it here, and I'm going to eliminate título gráfico. 1 second. I'm going to eliminate this, and I will put this like this. Okay, so you have we can eliminate this because we don't need the time. We have trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3, and título del eje X will be time in seconds, and título del eje Y will be distance in meters. Okay, so once we have our axes and our graphs, we will do the analysis. So what you need to do in the analysis, okay, in the analysis you need to talk about what you see in the graphs. For example, here I see that trial 2 spent less time to cover the same distance than trial 3 and trial 1. And trial 3, I see that at the end of the trial 3, okay, the slopes are smaller than at the beginning or in the middle. And also I could say that in trial 2, but in trial 1 I see a different tendency in the different labs. So basically what you need to do in the analysis is to explain or in your words to say what you observe in each trial. Okay, now we're going to do the graph speed versus time. Speed versus time. And you're going to insert graph. Again, you're going to insert dispersion graph. And again, you're going to do the same that you did before, but you're going to include the values of speed. Okay, so here I'm going to insert another column. This will be trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3. And this is time. And I'm going to paste okay. I do the same with trial 2, and I will do the same with trial 3. Okay, trial 3, and then okay, and then I add the time. Okay, the time, remember, it's the yes, the time. The time is different to each speed, so time for trial 1, and I'm going to call it time 1, time 2, and time 3. Time 2 will be this one, and then time 3. Time 3. Okay, once I have the time and the speed of each trial, I click on the filter, okay, and I'm going to select our datos. Okay, so I go to time. I'm going to eliminate everything, and then I'm going to start adding trial 1. Trial 1, the values of x will be the values of speed, and the values of time, for trial 1, and the values of y will be the values of speed for trial 1. Okay, Then I add trial 2. The values of x will be the values of time for trial 2, and the values of y will be the values of speed for trial 2. Finally, trial 3, the values of x will be the time for trial 3. The values of y will be the values of speed for trial 3. Okay, and I click aceptar, and I will have this. Again, I click on the right button, and then cambiar tipo de gráfico, and dispersión, and I have this. And you need to do the same than before. Okay, you click on adding títulos de ejes and leyenda. Okay, leyenda, I'm going to include the leyenda here at the top of the graph, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and título del eje X will be time in seconds, and título del eje Y will be speed and meters per second. Okay, meters per second. And you have your graph speed versus time. And finally, well, you will need to do the analysis. Okay, the analysis. Okay, and finally, I'm going to do the graph acceleration versus time. Acceleration versus time. Again, I click on insertar, gráfico, dispersión, lines. Then I do the same. I insert a column, another column. Then I put trial 1, trial 2, trial 3. Then time 1, time 2, time 3. Then I go to my Excel. So for trial 1, acceleration, for trial 1, copy and paste. Then for trial 2, well, I will copy the time for trial 1, copy and paste. Okay, for trial 2, same, copy and paste. And then the time, remember that is the accumulated time, copy and paste. And finally, for trial 3, acceleration, copy, paste. And for time, copy and paste. Okay, now I do the same. I click the filter, I'm going to seleccionar datos, I eliminate everything, and then I start aggregating. Trial 1, values of x will be the time for trial 1. The values of y will be speed for trial 1. Then I click aceptar, agregar, trial 2. Then values of x 2, values of y, acceleration 2. And finally, trial 3, time for trial 3, and acceleration for trial 3. Okay, and I click aceptar and I have my graph. Okay, have my graph, and as before I'm going to add título de ejes and leyenda. Okay, this leyenda I'm going to make it bigger, I'm going to make it thinner, okay, and put it here. The graph I will do a little bit bigger, okay, and this is the graph of títulos de los ejes. The x-axis is time, seconds, and the y-axis is acceleration in meters per second square, meters per second square. Okay, and here again you will have to do the analysis, and you need to analyze how the acceleration is increasing, decreasing, and that's it, guys. If you have more questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in class or whenever you want, and I will be more than glad to help you and to solve your questions. Thank you very much. Bye bye.